With good news for today from Baptist Press, I'm Brandon Porter. Families in Buffalo, New York continue to grieve a mass shooting at a grocery store. Authorities believe the shooting was motivated by racism. SBC Executive Committee Interim President CEO Willie McLaurin recently visited a prayer gathering of pastors in the area. My goals were to listen to the stories of ministry leaders in Buffalo, to learn about how God is at work in their churches and community as a result of this tragic act of violence, and demonstrate the love of Jesus, he told Baptist Press. Frank Williams, a Bronx, New York pastor and president of the National African American Fellowship of the SBC, told Baptist Press, when massacres like this happen, especially when it has the appearance of being motivated by a racist agenda, it requires disaster relief of a different kind. It begins with the kind of solidarity that Paul the Apostle speaks of in 1 Corinthians 12:26. And if one member suffers, all the members suffer with it. A gunman killed 10 African Americans at the supermarket. The Southern Baptist Convention has released a list of pastors who have been credibly charged with abuse. The list was created by previous leadership of the SBC Executive Committee, but not made public until now. There are more than 700 names on the list. The release comes days after a report was released on a 9-month investigation into the alleged mishandling of sexual abuse claims by the SBC Executive Committee.
Good News for Today is made possible through our friends at the Voice of the Martyrs, a nonprofit organization that serves persecuted Christians around the world. Founded in 1967 by Richard and Sabina Wurmbrand, VOM is dedicated to inspiring believers to deepen their commitment to Christ and to fulfill His Great Commission, no matter the cost. Find out more and sign up for their free monthly magazine at vom.org/goodnews.
Americans are observing Memorial Day, a federal holiday for remembering the people who died while serving in the country's armed forces. In an article, Joe Carter writes, Memorial Day is often confused with Veterans Day. Memorial Day is a day for remembering and honoring military personnel who died in the service of their country, particularly those who died in battle or as a result of wounds sustained in battle. While all those who died are also remembered, Veterans Day is the day set apart to thank and honor all those who served honorably in the military, both in wartime or peacetime. In 2000, Congress passed the National Moment of Remembrance Act. It designates 3 p.m. local time on Memorial Day each year as the National Moment of Remembrance in honor of the men and women of the U.S. who died in the pursuit of freedom and peace. Today, we thank all those who gave their lives for our freedom. Thanks for listening to Good News for Today.